Here's something else you can do in the alleyway or the barn if you ain't got a, and the weather's real bad. And what we're working on is side passing, but we're working on drawing the horse's rib cage to us and away from us. So when you get to where you can step the shoulder across, and you get to where you can pick up and step the inside leg under, we're going to put those together now. So I'm going to block this horse. There's my legs. I'm going to pick up. And when I picked up, I kind of pulled backwards and caused that horse's, because when you pick up like this, that horse's hind end is supposed to step under, right? Well, if they're not supposed to touch you, they yield to you. I want them bent away from me. I want them bent to the direction of travel. That's a suppling exercise, not a strengthening one. Legs, legs. And then I want the hip to finish up. So we'll try it in a half circle. We pick up and point to the hip, and they step under themselves. And we want both sides to be the same. And you can do this in a barn alley when the weather's bad and you don't have a place to work. Instead of ignoring them, pick up, and he steps under, and we want the hip to be the final step. We don't want the horse stopping with his hip back like this and leaving his hip. Now, we're going to see if we can get this horse to do the same thing, only coming towards us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch that jaw. There's the shoulder. I'm going to hold that till I get the right hind leg. When I get it, I'm going to pet. So I'm going to touch the jaw. I need the right hind leg to step under. There, like that. I'm going to ask again. When it moves towards me, I'm going to tap that hip. When it moves towards me, I'm just going to fade out of the way. I'm going to keep giving ground, but I'm going to hold that position. And we'll try again. Forward. Remember, this is my legs. Pick up for the hip. If we have to use the fence to block that shoulder, we will. That's why this works good in a barn alley. Now we're going to touch that jaw. This is to reinforce that. I need the shoulder to step across. I'm going to tap that, straighten the horse out. Right hind leg, stepping under. When it starts stepping under, I'm going to ask for a little more. I'm just going to drift with it. Keep it bent away from me. Like that. And then give it a pet. And this is how I teach horses to side pass to me and side pass away from me. After you get this to where it's a little smoother, you can add a pole down there and side pass them across a pole or anything you want. So we're just going to hook these two together. Shoulder, there's my leg. Up and back, get that hip. There. Now I'm going to pick that up, pet him. I want the shoulder to come to me. Right hind leg. I'm going to tap that till I get the right hind leg. Straighten it out. I'm just touching that jaw. There, there, there. And let that hip be the last step. Pretty quick, they'll stay straight. But it gives you control over this side, either going away from you or coming to you. You can use it to have them pick you up on the fence. You can use it to have them pick you up on a step-up box by being able to move that rib cage over. Whichever direction you need him to be. I want this horse to start drifting to me, and then I'm going to straighten his head out, see if we can get that hip to fix itself. I want him bent away from me because it's a suppling exercise. It stretches him out. There. That last step was pretty good. We're going to try this one more time. Left and right means back up. I'm going to do a half circle here. Now I'm going to pick up and just drift into him. There. Now I'm going to touch his jaw and drift away from him. Reinforce this thought. And every time he drifts to me, I just increase the bend so that the hip gets ahead of the head. I'm going to touch that jaw. I want that hip to be the last step. And you see how there's kind of a pocket there between his neck and his shoulder? I'm trying to stay in that little pocket right there. This is the first time that Uno's done this. I think he's doing great. Drift in, they yield to you, add your leg. Want that hip to straighten out. There. Now I'm going to touch his jaw again. I want that right hind leg to step under. I'm going to block him, have it take an extra step. Block him. There. Block him right there. Want that hip to straighten out. And a practical purpose of this would be not only are they following the feel and reading your intentions, but if you are trying to teach them the step-up box, I don't have a step-up box on here today, but you ought to be able to do something like this. We'll see if it works. I want the shoulder when I touch the jaw, just like that. Now I'm going to stand right here, and I want him to move his hip to me. I'm just talking to that right hind leg. I'm going to help me. I'm going to tap his hip till I get him to step over. There, there. Ask him again. I got him bent away from me and I'm standing in front of the point of his shoulder. I'm just going to tap this hip till that right hind foot breaks loose, right there, and I'm going to pet him. We'll try that again. There. And I want the hip to take the last step, and it does, and I'm going to pet him. If you ever had an opportunity, I'm just going to pick up and get this hip. I want him to try a little harder. There. I'm going to back him up. And don't just grind on this side passing thing. Show it to him a little bit, and then do something else. Move him around. You know. I'll send him forward here. Pick up and get the hip. Step his shoulder across. Forward. We'll do this till we'll get our forward motion back here. Get the hip, step the shoulder across, forward. There. Now we'll bring him up here. I'm talking to the right hind leg, and I'm talking to it by bending his head to the right. See how he's shaped that way? It's like anything else. You just work on it. But this is something that you can do in the wintertime when the weather's bad in your little barn alley. You can do it in a 12 by 12 stall too. Just got to ask for a step instead of multiple steps. But there is things you can do in the wintertime when the weather's bad if you don't have an indoor. And this is one of them. If you're getting any value out of these videos, I would appreciate it if you're watching them on YouTube. If you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, Equine Kindergarten, and hit like and share. That don't cost nothing. If you're watching them on Facebook, I would really appreciate it if you followed me on Facebook, Butch Mowdy, and hit like and share. None of that stuff costs a nickel. I do have a subscription channel on my Facebook page, and I put 1 or 2 videos a month on there that I don't post anywhere else. And if you want to watch those videos, it's going to cost you $2.99 a month. So you just hit subscribe when you're following me on Facebook, and it will take you right to the link to subscribe if that's something that you want to do. Otherwise, just follow me on Facebook, hit like and share. They're free. Or subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit like and share, Equine Kindergarten. Those videos are free to watch too. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate the support. Bye.